Good afternoon, September the 24th, 2015. Time to recap today's trading in the E-mini. Today we came in thinking that the market had one more sell left in that minimally, and we had news this morning. Durable orders was a news focus, and durable orders ex transportation was what the market was going to key off of, and that came in below expectations, and the market did sell. Jobless claims is a little bit better than expected. Chicago National Activity Business Index was a negative number showing economic contraction. New home sales came in a lot higher than forecasts at 552. So the news was split, but the big number was durable orders, and that's what took the market down. The new home sales didn't really impact the market all that much, but eventually getting stops below 1900, not being able to extend the range down, is what supported the market. Now, right here was the low, and I just want to show you this in comparison to the 10-minute spread chart, which is right over here. The low in this chart comes on the 1130 bar, and you can see we get the second higher low on the 3-minute bar right here. So this is the bar that turns the 10-minute spread higher. Market rallies, it comes back over and hits the low, and the 10-year turns on this blue bar right there on the 1340 bar, and the market starts up. Now what's good about this chart is that from a directional standpoint, we want to see a higher low and then have this turn up, and in that situation you can be pretty confident that the next directional move should be to the upside. If we're taking a market on a potential, just which low is it, like right here, it turns up on that bar, then all of a sudden, whoops, on the 3-minute it goes sideways right here, comes up, we get a higher low on this bar, then it turns up on the same bar that the 10-minute is. So we got a higher low right here, and that's the phenomenon that we're looking for the market to trade the upside. And you see all the way up we get higher lows. The market has got, what, 14 down to 97, 17 points to the upside. That's a pretty healthy move. It turns down. We get a good trade right here to the short side, another good trade to the short side. Then this market turns up on the 1327 bar, and the 10-minute turns up on the 1340 bar, and it's off to the races. So this, I think the spread charts can really help keep you on the right side of the market, and they do deserve to be looked at. Now, if you don't want to use them for entry, smooth them for 5 periods. If you want to use them for entry, take it to 2. And then the problem you have, anything that possibly catches market turns, is the turn for real. And the way that you increase your odds on that is the width of the bar, deceleration, am I at a level that offers me an advantage? And then you start putting those together with these little turns off these indicators, and it can make you, can really get you great trade location. And that means smaller losses when wrong and better losses, bigger winnings when right. So which way is the E-mini pointed? We're not going to close in the 1905 range unless something really spectacular happens. Janet Yellen, thanks Ted, speaks at 5 Eastern, is probably certainly behind some of that buying as the shorts cover and come out. So looking on the F1 screen, lower high, lower low. Failure to take out 1935 on this chart would set up a pretty nice short. So the F1 screen says find a place to sell it. And in J period, we've got to move out of the middle. We're bounded to the upside in this 25 to 30 area, so, which was our second sell zone this morning when we started out a long time ago. So just looking at this screen on the E-mini, failure to take out and hold 25, 27. Would be a pretty good short. Give it a little bit of room for Yellen 25 to 30, then 35 to 40 would be S2. On the buy side on this particular screen, we broke it out at 11.25. Last rotate down was 15. So for Globex, 10 to 15 is buy 1, and then 1900.05 is buy 2, where we had it this morning. Okay, had a good auction again today, and we thought we would. No magic there. The post-auction day is usually a pause day, and we were looking for the day session to close, I believe, in the 28.08 area, give or take, and we closed at 28.04, 430 seconds below that. So we got a high, we got an equal low and a higher high, and this market just really kind of suggests trading range to me. When we look at the F2 screen, we got a P, but with the strength in the E-mini, it's certainly taken this down. So if we put it all together with the T-tail right here, it's a pretty strong P. So right now resistance starts at 8, so selling failure to take out 8 to 12 will be sell 1. Sell 2, 15 to 19. On the buy side, a little bit lower in Globex, so 28.01, 29 to 20. 1 by 1, and then 21.25 by 2. I think we got a pause day tomorrow, unless the E-mini makes some big moves. Big day in the 30-year. The knob spread widened quite a bit. Closed today at 28.17 this morning. We started out, it was at 27.30.5, so it picked up a half point plus. And E-mini rally right there. So last rotate up in M period was 28, so we're going to sell failure to take out 28 to the buck. And then 7 to 11. And missed the call on the close on the 30-year by quite a bit. On the buy side, the breakout came from 15.09. We got a low of 16, a little bit lower in Globex, so 9 to 13 will be buy 1. And buy 2 will be 1 to 29. But my expectations are pause day after we have an auction, because the primary dealers have to balance their books, get everything right there, and the buyers in the cash market, treasury cash market, are sidelined. They got all they want. Or as Helen would say, Charles, they have all that they want, not got. And you live with an adverb cop and an ex-English teacher. You do not misspeak around her. So when she's not around, I take these little liberties. Makes me feel good. Like Rochester, always looking over my shoulder though. Okay, gold. We started out this morning saying we were buyers of gold because of option expiration. We looked at the option sheet. We said yesterday we started out the morning saying 25. It wouldn't close below 25. When we looked at the open interest in the options, we said it wouldn't close below 30. And if it closed at 50 or above, the market makers would make the most money. And we're at 50.70 right now. So F1 says find a place to buy it. My guess is it's a sell tomorrow though, because of this rally, because of option expiration. And you can see right here we closed it above 50. Looks like 52, 53. That's where the day session closed. And so we had a pretty good call, and we had that information in our hands. So where might the market go back and retest? I think this 45, 47 area be off a little bit because option expiration is behind us. So 45, 47 buy one. And the breakout came above 42, so 42, 40 buy two. On the sell side, there's 53, 55. Sell one, and then if we get through that, 59.61 for sell two. We do have news tomorrow. GDP unchanged at 3.7, deflator unchanged at 2.1, corporate profits expected to be lower. 7.3% was the last number they reported. PMI flash services at 55.5 and consumer sentiment at 87.1. PMI flash services and consumer sentiment can come in below forecast. Baker Hughes rig count at 1 o'clock. It was 1,033 for North America last time. But I think I like the short side of the market of gold better tomorrow. And we'll see what they do in London. Just because I think a great deal of this rally was based on option expiration. I still like gold for the long term. I know a lot of people out there get different prices. Going to buy at 1,100, going to buy at 1,000. But I just, when you look at the premium of in the silver market of 25%, when you look at the premium in the gold market of 13, 14, 15%. Of for coins to bullion, somebody's buying this stuff, and they don't mind paying a extra for that. So we will see what happens with gold tomorrow. Whether or not, if it doesn't sell and it holds its own and it starts up from there, then my assessment of the market is not correct. There was some pretty good buying. Okay, lower high, lower low in crude. Find a place to sell it. Looking at the F2 screen, I don't think a lot's changed. So 45, 45 and a quarter, sell one. We get through that, it's going to be pretty easy to get higher. 45, 46, sell two. And we're really just kind of picking up all these single prints over here from the 22nd. On the buy side, 44 and a quarter, 44 even buy one, and 43.50, 43.75 buy two. Putin has called a meeting with Obama over Syria. The news says that the meeting will take place, and we'll see what happens. But China is sending troops to Syria. Iran already has them there. Russia's putting troops on the ground, albeit to protect their airplanes, they say. But it's good training and it's good experience unless you get caught or captured, and then that's not going to be any fun. And these guys would delight in drawing, quartering you, and boiling in oil slowly, and then filming it for the world to see. You know, they just sit around dreaming up new ways to horrify the West on their barbarity. And that part of that's done for a reason. When you go back and you look at the first conquest done when they broke out of Arabia a long time ago, using terror was a way to minimize the fighting that you had to do when you went into other areas. So you would, the reports would precede them about the atrocities and the torture, etc., that were done to the men, women, and children from the previous group that didn't immediately surrender to the terrorists. So there is some method to their madness, but The goal is to incite terror in the population so they surrender. Then they kill those people they were going to kill anyway. But some of them, you know, the crocodile ate him, didn't eat me. So thinking on that. Okay, the euro's higher today. And China devalued their yuan again last night for the 4th time this week. Nah, they wouldn't do that, would they? So we rallied. So 13 plus, 1200 minus. Buy 1, 1225. Buy 2, 1200. I do like the short side better. Sell 1, 1275. Sell 2, 1300. And that's it for the euro. I will see you bright and early in the morning, 6:45 Central, give or take a few. You all have a great evening, and we'll get after it again tomorrow. I'm out of here.